RHOC alum saw John Janssen kissing another woman while dating Shannon Beador. She was in the bathroom. I was shocked. The Real Housewives of Orange County alums warned Alexis Bellino not to leave her boyfriend John Janssen alone for even a minute because he has a wandering eye. Ochichinakyo saw him cheating on Shannon Beador while they were still together, and the scene of the crime was no other than the quiet woman. The popular OC eatery has been getting a lot of press from the show, especially this season. It's been a popular hangout spot for Shannon for quite some time and was a place she frequented with John when they were together. It's also where John met his new girlfriend Alexis, who boldly proclaimed that she'd been going to the restaurant for 2 decades. Now we're getting more details about the quiet woman, and it seems they've been keeping a little secret from Shannon about John. Did John Janssen kiss another woman while out with Shannon Beador? John Janssen was allegedly a busy guy, and dating Shannon didn't stop him from mixing and mingling with other women. Gina Kyo spilled the tea while chatting with Vicky and her co-host, Christian Grey Snow, on their new podcast, My Friend, My Soulmate. Gina, an OC resident for decades, also frequents the quiet woman and witnessed John cheating on Shannon while they were together. Not only were they still in a relationship, but they were physically together when John allegedly made the bold move. You were there when he was kissing somebody else at Quiet Woman, while he was with Shannon, said Vicky to Gina. Yeah, she was in the bathroom. I was shocked, said Gina. Does he not know who we are? That we're housewives, and that we know Shannon's in the bathroom. He kissed another woman when Shannon was there. Christian shockingly questioned. Bent her over and French kissed her, responded the former RHOC star. It was a girl he had dated on and off since preschool. In college, in high school, they'd known each other forever, and she was going through a separation. Shannon went to the bathroom. My God, that's it. Vicky chimed in. Don't go to the bathroom, Alexis, she added. RHOC fans have been trashing the quiet woman. The quiet woman better prepare for another onslaught of negative comments for not telling Shannon what went down behind her back. They recently got trashed by RHOC fans after seemingly siding with Alexis following the premiere of Season 18. The restaurant posted a clip of Alexis and supported the 47-year-old until RHOC fans dragged them for the shady post. They later tried to balance the scales by posting a video of Shannon one day and hundreds of negative comments later. Meanwhile, we're hoping that at the time, someone from the restaurant pulled Shannon aside and told her what happened. Do you know how disrespectful that is for people in the restaurant to see you? And they all know what happened except for you, reasoned Christian. How can you let somebody you claim to care about look like a fool like that? The dimly lit ambience of the Orange County restaurant buzzed with chatter and the soft clinking of wine glasses. It was an ordinary evening, or so it seemed, until an unsuspecting former Real Housewives of Orange County star found herself at the center of a scandal she never saw coming. She had only meant to step away for a moment, a quick trip to the bathroom before returning to her table. But when she emerged, she stopped in her tracks, frozen in sheer disbelief. There at a dimly lit corner booth sat John Janssen, the man who had once been the devoted partner of Shannon Beador. But he wasn't alone. And he certainly wasn't acting like a man in a committed relationship. The RHOC alum blinked, trying to process what she was seeing. John was leaning in close, his hand resting on another woman's arm, his lips grazing hers in an unmistakable kiss. Shock coursed through her veins. Her heart pounded against her ribs as she struggled to make sense of it. Was this happening? Had she misread the situation? She wanted to believe it was some innocent exchange, that there was a rational explanation. But there wasn't. It was exactly what it looked like. John was cheating, and Shannon had no idea. The moment felt surreal, like something out of a television script rather than real life. But she wasn't watching this unfold through a TV screen, she was living it. For a split second, she considered marching over, confronting John right then and there, demanding answers. But she hesitated. What was the right move? Did she have an obligation to tell Shannon? Should she pretend she never saw it? Would anyone even believe her? She turned on her heel and walked back to her table, barely tasting the wine she sipped. She was still in shock, still processing. The last time she had spoken to Shannon, things had seemed rocky but stable. Shannon and John had gone through their ups and downs, their infamous breakups and reconciliations, but Shannon had insisted that things were on the mend. If only she knew. 1,000 thoughts raced through her mind. Should she text Shannon? Call her? Would this be better in person? Would she even want to know? Their friend group had been through its fair share of drama, and she knew Shannon had already been dealing with plenty. As she sat there, mulling over the situation, she realized something else. She wasn't the only one who had noticed. A few tables away, another pair of eyes had also locked onto John and his mystery woman. A hushed murmur started to spread, people whispering, glancing, confirming what they had just seen. The scandal was already growing. By the time she left the restaurant, she knew that word would get back to Shannon one way or another. But should she be the one to deliver the news? She thought about all the times Shannon had stood by John, defended him, loved him. The moments when she had bared her soul about wanting things to work, even when it seemed like the universe had other plans. Would this crush her? Would it finally be the wake-up call she needed? That night, she lay in bed, her phone clutched in her hand, Shannon's number glowing on the screen. She had typed out a message but hadn't hit send. "Shannon, I need to tell you something. I saw John tonight, and he wasn't alone." But was it her place? Would Shannon believe her, or would she shoot the messenger? Housewives had lost friendships over less, and this was the kind of betrayal that could send shockwaves through their entire circle. She sighed, erasing the message, deciding to sleep on it. Maybe the best thing to do was let the truth come out on its own. But deep down, she knew it wouldn't stay a secret for long. And when it did come out, all hell would break loose in Orange County.